Hello, it is Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Thursday crossword, so perhaps the most intriguing theme of the week today. That's often how it goes on Thursday, and this most intriguing edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Kathleen Quinn, Quotidiophile, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster, the incorrigible Sheeler Beeler, and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the five of them. They're benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means they support this channel. They keep it going day in, day out. For that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to those five and to everybody who's a patron of the channel. If you'd like to support it as well, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons and for benefactors like those five, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to all of those folks. And thanks as well if you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, which is a big help. So is liking, commenting, and so on. And you can also subscribe to the Daily Solve. Well, you can join the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. With all that said, let's get on to today's crossword by Brad Wiegman, who's constructed, I think, around 10 puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited once again by Joel Faliano. It's a Thursday crossword, so there will be some kind of intriguing theme. Let's find out what it's all about, and let's start solving. Confident claim. A confident claim would be, I don't know. I can think of verbs for confidently claim, like a vow or a verb, but I can't think of a noun offhand. Tootsie treat. A Tootsie roll, maybe? Is that? Not quite sure if that's what we're looking for. Let's look at the crosses and see. Word that can precede or follow player. Piano. Piano player or player piano. A kind of automated piano. Okay, there we go. So it's not, Tootsie isn't right. I thought it probably wouldn't be. I think that's what you're supposed to initially think, but then the question mark indicating a pun suggests we should think elsewhere. But I'm not sure where. Modern-day home of Persepolis, that would be Iran. And then here we have Flynn of Hollywood's Golden Age, Errol Flynn. I don't know that I've ever actually seen an Errol Flynn film. He's sort of famously swashbuckling kind of actor, portraying that kind of character, but I don't know that I've ever actually seen one of his films. 41 to 43. Is this referring to U.S. presidents in some way? 41 to 43, something around odd numbers? I don't know if that's about. Popular crowd. The in crowd is in. Can you use ins in that way? Not actually sure. What about this? Tootsie treat. I have no idea what this is about. Oh, is it Tootsie like toes? A pedicure? A kind of treatment for your feet in a spa or something? Boy, I didn't, not what I expected that to be, but I think it might be the answer. 41, oh, right, I know it is referring to presidents. This is, the 41st president was George H.W. Bush, and the 43rd president was George W. Bush. So 41 was the father, the dad of 43. Okay, I thought it probably was about presidents, but for some reason that didn't occur to me. All right, well, there we go. Here, and here this must be theme related, thematic. So we have metals with me, M-E, being rendered in bold type. I'm not sure what that's about. Could be me, obviously the first person personal pronoun. That's the most obvious meaning of that, but it also is the state abbreviation of Maine in the U.S., I think. It's probably other things as well. I don't know what I think that is. I assume it's me as in, referring to oneself. Heartache. I don't know. Baseball pitcher's feet informally. A no-no? Like a no-hitter or something? I don't know. No idea. Blue reef fish. I don't know that either. Vote in opposition, nay. If you vote against something, you vote nay. Okay, stone measure. What is it? Mohs or something is hardness scale, but then you've got weight or purity scales, which are carat with a C or a K, depending on if you're measuring purity or weight, I believe, but I'm not sure which I think this would be. Let's see, what about this? Blue reef fish, right? Okay, I just looked at that. I don't really have a guess about that. Do I? Blue reef fish. Tang. That's a brightly colored fish. Okay, that's probably right. So metals are... Oh, awards. Some kind of awards, right. So me medals for me. Self awards or soul awards? I guess nay could be, well, no, nay, N-A-E, that's sort of a Scottish spelling. It's a different word. It's not going to be it. Medals. Tony Awards? I just glanced up at the name of the constructor to see if their name was Tony by any chance. That would be unlikely, but in British cryptic crosswords, you sometimes you'll have the setter refer to themselves by referring to their own name, and then that ends up being used as I or me in the actual solving. But I don't think I've ever seen that happen in the New York Times. Maybe it has, but I don't remember it. Anyway, baseball pitcher's feet informally. Maybe it is no. Heartache. Oh, yes. Whoa. Sadness. Okay, that's right. All right. Okay. Gobi Desert. Something about geology, obviously. Or go. I don't know. Okay, I can't quite put my finger on what this theme is doing. I mean, I think there'll be puns dealing with the bolded word and then the overall word, but I just can't quite nail any of them. Confident claim. Stone measure. Let's see, what is this? Cold beverage popularized at the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis. Iced tea, maybe? I mean, I suppose that drinks that must be served very cold would be historically fairly recent because ice was so difficult to obtain. I mean, it would have, before kind of home refrigeration, ice needed to be, shipped out in big blocks, and obviously it was time limited. So maybe it is iced tea. That would make sense to me. That would make that carrot with a C. So then confident claim. Oh, it's not a word that means a confident claim. It's an example of a confident claim. You might say, I can solve this crossword. There's my confident claim. We'll see if it bears out. Sleeveless top, a camisole. Emmy Awards. Oh, right, Emmy Awards. Why is that me? Me Awards? Oh, is it because if you sort of revert M and then me? No, I was thinking if you doubled me and then reversed one of them to create a sort of palindrome. I don't know. I think I'm overdoing it. Emmy Awards. Why is it Emmy Awards and not just me awards? I mean, I understand why it is in terms of an answer to a clue, because the Emmy Awards is a thing and the me awards are not. But I'm trying to think from the solving standpoint. Why is it Emmy Awards? I don't get it yet. Sorry about that. Okay, small marching band. Army ants? Small band of marching ants. Crafty initials, DIY, do it yourself. They work through a lot of baggage, for short. The TSA, who screen baggage at airports. Quite some time would be eons, well, at U.S. airports anyway. Choir section would be altos. That's one of the vocal ranges that might be represented in a choir. And middle of the road could be so-so. With a clear head would be sanely or something, soberly, sanely, something like that. Say what? Oh, sorry, I get it. It's Emmy Awards because it's M-E. So, God, you must have been wondering what on earth I was thinking, how I was missing that. M-E Awards, the Emmy Awards. So then what's this? G-O location or something like that. Yeah, because I guess the Gobi Desert is a location. Okay, that's what it is. So geolocation is a word. Emmy Awards is a phrase, it's a concept. Okay, so there we go. Geo from G-O and then location, because I guess the Gobi Desert is an example of a location. There we go. So say what is S-A. So essay question, maybe? In the sense of needing to answer a question on a test in kind of long form. You have to actually answer it at length. So say, and then what is an example of a question, obviously. So essay and then a question. Results in essay question. Great, good. Okay, I'm glad to finally have a handle on that. Shouldn't have taken me quite as long as I think it did to recognize, but that's fine. Zippo is nothing, squat, zilch. Not so loud would be softer. Lover of Eurydice in opera, Orpheus, in opera would be Orfeo, Orpheus, because this would be the Italian rendering, I suppose. But yeah, classically the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, which is also the story, which was the basis of the musical Hadestown, which I finally saw for the first time a couple of months ago. All right, source of the Golden Fleece, a ram, I suppose, shorn. For speaking of classical mythology, there we go. We've got the Golden Fleece shorn from a ram. All right, scratching post scratchers are cats. They do enjoy that. And a reproductive cell is a gamete. There we go. All right, so irritated would be got to. Yeah, you could say he really got to me. He really irritated me. I think that's at least plausible. Let's see if it holds up. Top of the order. Oh no, I do know what that is. It's an abbot, so top of a religious order in a monastery or something like that. It could be the abbot who's in charge of the abbey. Okay, foot warmer. Something tip, toe tip. I don't think that's right. Enclosed rhyme scheme. Okay, I think the enclosed suggests ABBA, for instance. So it's an enclosed rhyme scheme in the sense that, the A line rhymes with the other A line and the B lines rhyme with one another. But this secondary rhyme, the B rhyme, is entirely enclosed within another one, as opposed to, AB, AB, for instance. So I think that's probably what this is getting at, but let's check the crosses and see. Foot warmer. Right, what is it? I don't know. Young male lover informally. A boy toy, perhaps? There we go, that fits. Foul shot following a basket in hoops lingo. No idea what that is. Godsend, a boon. You could say, it was a real boon. It was a real godsend. It was a very fortunate windfall. Cheers bartender Woody. Oh, I actually don't know. I mean, I've seen some episodes of Cheers over the years, but I don't. Boyd, maybe, I'm not sure. Foot warmer. Oh, booty. I see, like a little knit, sock. What doesn't look the best naked? Eye, the naked eye. It doesn't look the best. In other words, to get even a better look, you'd wear some kind of either corrective lenses or use a monocular or binoculars or something like that. All right, or a microscope, perhaps. Foul shot following a basket in hoops lingo. Anyone? And one, maybe? And 1 point, probably? So that would make this Woody Boyd. Okay, there we go. So was there anything I was still looking for in here? No, I think it was all. I think we've explained it all. All right. So here, formal ceremony would be a rite, a kind of, ritual ceremony, ritual occurrence. Prevailing spirit would be ethic or ethos. Ethos, I guess, is sort of a prevailing spirit, but let's try it and see. Catchphrase for moviedom's International Man of Mystery. Right, I think that was the subtitle of the first Austin Powers film. And that one of that character's catchphrases was, "Oh, behave." There we go. So there's that. All right, Spain's longest river. Oh. How do I not think what this is? That's really frustrating. Vikings, e.g. Norsemen. There we go. Oh, Ebro. Okay, there we go. That is, of course, the case. And then what is this? That'll show you. So there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, scientia potentia est. Knowledge is power. All right, there we go. I mean, I don't speak Latin, but that seems entirely believable. Furtive laugh. You might furtively, covertly laugh. Rummy, are you mummy? No. Are you rummy? What does that mean? Oh, rummy's a game. Yes, like gin rummy. There we go. So are you game? Yes, okay. Simple when you actually, I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't make progress with that for several seconds. But anyway, there we go. Are you game? So rummy is an example of a game, and then are you is spelled out there. And of course, that's a phrase. Are you game? You're asking someone if they're up for something. All right. Joke is a gag. Something passed down the line is a gene. So passed down the sort of line of descent, genetically or, evolutionarily, maybe. Word with screen or space. Oh, screensaver. Oh, right. So this is Vikings plural, Norse men. Sorry about that. Misread or mistyped or something. Misthought. Word with screen or space is screensaver or space saver, I guess. Stampeders in The Lion King. Oh, news. Yeah, there's a new stampede, I guess. I wouldn't have remembered they were news specifically, but right, because the new and wildebeest, are those the same animal? Anyway. Premier couples retreat. A moon, like a honeymoon? Not sure exactly what this is looking for. University of North Carolina team to fans. No idea. Pastoral poems. Idylls. So, poems about a kind of idyllic place, kind of pastoral, verdant environment, perhaps. Oh, Eden. It's the Garden of Eden. The premier. So I was thinking premier couples retreat as the first retreat or first getaway for a couple, but no, it's the retreat or the place of residence, I guess in this case, of the first couple, in this case in a biblical sense. All right, well there we go. Keanu Reeves' role was Neo from The Matrix, and right, N-E, Neolith. N-E, any, and then a neolith is there I'm trying to think, is there a famous one here, like Stonehenge or something? Neolith, any, I don't know. I can't think what it is. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, what about this? Acting unconsciously, you're on auto or sort of on autopilot. And then if you're sound asleep, you're out, you're unconscious. About 2.5 pints of beer I guess that's a yard of beer. I never quite remember what exactly a yard of beer is, but I guess it's about 2.5 pints. Not exactly 2.5 pints, but some amount equivalent roughly to that. Legislative subject of the 2020 miniseries Mrs. America, for short, ERA, the Equal Rights Amendment. I heard this was good, actually. I haven't seen it. So, okay. Oh, any old thing. Oh, I see. A neolith is an old thing, a sort of old stone construction. So there we go. Any old thing is a phrase. So there we go. All right. University of North Carolina team to fans. I'm still not sure about this. Spot on is ace, I guess. That was spot on. That was ace. I'm not certain that's right, but let's see. Birthplace of Bossa Nova, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Very much associated with the truly, truly great songwriter Tom Jobim. And if you want to listen to a really great deep dive into a song by Tom Jobim, "The Waters of March," Aguas del Marco. Okay, now I'm not going to say it properly in Portuguese, but anyway, it's a great, great song. And my friend Kirk Hamilton, he has a podcast called Strong Songs, in which he discusses a song in great detail and breaks it down and does recreations of the parts. It's really incredibly entertaining and informative. Strong Songs is the podcast. And anyway, I berated him at the beginning of this year to try and convince him to do an episode about this song. And amazingly, it worked, and he did it. So you can listen to that episode about The Waters of March by Tom Jobim, which would be an example of Bossa Nova, born in Rio. All right, medicinal form. What is that? A pill. Oh, maybe this isn't ace. Spot on. Ape? I don't quite get it. This must be pill. University of North Carolina team defense. Is it Heels? Oh, are they Tar Heels? I've heard that name. I wouldn't know that it was this particular team, but I have heard that. It's probably that. Sleep restlessly might be to toss and turn. Oh, apt. Spot on. Apt. It's perfect. It's appropriate. Okay. I don't know why that was so elusive, but there we go. What seers read? Seers read omens, signs of the future. And Lassie's owner on old TV. Oh, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever actually seen an episode of Lassie. Yeah, I'm not sure. Trolls look alike. An ogre, maybe? They're both kind of, grotesque fantasy enemies, generally. The ogre, I would say, would be the official sort of fairy tale opponent of the New York Times crossword. Troll, less so. Buns. Patoot or something? Is it like someone's rear end? I don't know. Yeah, that's that. Okay. Tough nut to crack. An enigma, a difficult problem. There we go. Fitness fanatic in slang. Not sure about that either. Game piece in Mastermind. What is Mastermind is with pegs. Mastermind is the game. I think it's the number guessing game, and there's the sort of 4 tracks on the playing board that indicate correctly guessed digits and things, and it's got that very famous cover art of this sort of middle-aged man and then a younger woman kind of standing behind him that they then, I think, recreated with the same 2 models decades later, which was incredibly adorable. Anyway, game piece in Mastermind. A peg. Yeah, it is pegs. Buns. Yeah, it does look like Patoot, doesn't it? I'm kind of surprised that I managed to get to that if it ends up being correct. Oh, Timmy. Yes, okay. Lassie's the child is Timmy because of the classic sort of, who knows if this is actually one of the, if this is ever said on the TV show, but, there's a classic kind of line attributed to it as Timmy fell down the well or something like that, and Lassie saves him. All right, fitness fanatic in slang. Gym rat. There we go. Okay. So land that split from Zanzibar in 1861, Oman. And then this will be tats. Yes, self-images. Oh, right. Wasn't that we have? Oh, no, we didn't. I said self at one point up there, but that was wrong. Okay, so self-images are tattoos because they're images that go on yourself. And there we have it. All right. So a bit of a tricky puzzle occasionally, but also some digressions from me unnecessarily. Sorry about that. Anyway, that was the crossword with a theme that made sense once I got it, but it took me a bit of time to get, and then even once I did, was occasionally elusive when it came to determining the specific answers. But what we've done is we've phonetically sort of spelled words that sound like these bolded letters, and then we've followed them up with a word that is equivalent to an equivalent or an answer of example of the entire word in the clue. So we have medals leads to ME awards. We have the Gobi Desert with go leads to geo location. Say what with SA leads to essay question. Neolith with NE leads to any old thing. And finally, Rummy with RU leads to RU game. And that was the Thursday crossword. By Brad Wiegman. Thanks to him for a nicely constructed puzzle. And thanks to you for watching. That was the Thursday crossword. I'll be back tomorrow for the Friday puzzle, the first of 2 themeless puzzles of the week. None of this silly, bolded nonsense, just solving clues. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Thursday. Take care.